If you want to dress formal and fancy for dinner, you absolutely can do that. You want to wear a coat and tie? You can do it. You want to wear an elegant dress? You absolutely can do it. You can go to dinner looking beautiful, sit down at your table together, enjoy each other's company, have a nice meal, and just go about and enjoy your cruise. Easy, simple, nothing else is required beyond that right there. But what you're not going to do is expect everybody else on the ship to want to do it too. There are cruise lines out there that require the fancy dress each and every night. And if that's what you're looking for, if that's what you want, if that's what you expect, then go sail on one of those cruise lines. But stop trying to change the mainstream. Stop trying to change your Carnival cruise lines, your Royal Caribbean, your Norwegian cruise lines. Stop trying to turn them into something just because you want it and you think that's the way it should be. And when you don't get your way, when you don't like what's going on, you look down your nose at people. You act like you're better than them, which just makes you come off as an entitled jerk. See, everybody on that cruise ship, they paid for vacation too. They saved up. They paid their money for their cabin, their vacation, just like you did. And while on their vacation, maybe they don't want to wear a coat and tie. They picked a cruise line that isn't going to require them to wear a coat and tie. And even though that should be common knowledge and what others are doing should not affect your day-to-day life while you're on vacation, boy, it sure does still bother some people. And they literally just think they're entitled above you and look down on you for not thinking the same way that they do. Now, we see this all the time when it comes to the main dining rooms. Oh my God, so and so is wearing this. Oh my God, so and so is wearing that. It should be this. It should be formal. It should be elegant, fine dining experience. Even though you're on a Carnival cruise ship, the fun cruise ships, you know, we've heard this before. We've heard these comments before. And these people, they don't get their way. The cruise line's not going to change to suit them. And I don't know, maybe they finally got it through their heads that we are not going to change the main dining room to something else just to suit you. So they've switched gears. They've moved into a new direction. Now they're going after the dress code in specialty restaurants. And if you don't agree with them, well, you're beneath them. Formal night is not what it used to be. Back in the day, dress code meant something. Now people have no standards. My suggestion is to allow those of us that do have standards to have a formal dress code every night in the steakhouse. It should be jacket and tie for men and nice dresses for the ladies. There are over 200 people who voted for this to happen on my roll call. Well, 2,364 people did agree with this and did vote for it. However, 22,461 people said, I do not think the steakhouse should be formal every night. Now let's take a look at the comment though. Formal night is not what it used to be. That is actually a correct and factual statement because cruising has evolved. Unless you're on one of those specialty cruise lines that still does a actual formal night, cruising has changed. It has become a family vacation. And the key word in there is vacation. Now, don't get me wrong. If you like to dress up in a coat and tie, an elegant dress, hey, absolutely, you do that because it's your vacation too. Just don't expect everybody else to get on board with that. And just because people on vacation don't want to do that does not mean they don't have standards. And it doesn't mean you should go, well, those of us that do have standards, well, we should be allowed to have a formal dress code while we are having a supper. And that's what I hear in my head when I read those types of comments. Nose high in the air, looking down upon the little people who don't want to wear a coat and tie while they enjoy a steak. Now, I am not at all saying it should be a free for all as to whatever you want to wear. Okay? No bathing suits, no bits and stuff showing, no lewd, vulgar stuff. You know, a nice pair of pants, a shirt, some shoes, go in, have a steak. It's not going to affect what anybody else's steak in the restaurant tastes like. I promise you. The guy next to you in a nice pair of jeans is not going to change the taste of your dinner. And if you want to be snooty, snotty, and entitled about what people are wearing, go to another cruise line. I am saying that again and again and again. Stop trying to change the cruise lines that cater to the majority and take your minority group behind somewhere else. And adding to your comment, well, 200 people in my roll call agree with me. Do you know that it's estimated that 19 million people will sail on a cruise from the United States here in 2025? 19 million. So how much clout do you think you are throwing when you say, well, 200 people agree with me? Yet we just saw a survey that definitely doesn't cover 19 million people, but 22,000 right there, right off the bat said, no, you're wrong. Stop. We don't want to wear coat and ties and elegant dresses just to go eat dinner. I know there's a group of people out there that say cruising used to be different. It was. They missed the way cruising used to be. I'm sure they do. But the bottom line is, cruise lines like Carnival Cruise Lines are not going to go back to the way it used to be. They're not going to go backwards. They're going to continue to move forwards. They are going to change and move with the times to the type of people that are booking and sailing on their ships. And it's not just Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian Cruise Lines, MSC Cruise Lines. They're going to change. Why? Because they want people to book on their ships. They want to provide the types of vacations that people want. And coat and ties for a lot of folks is not it. If you want to be formal, go sail on Cunard. They will happily enforce that coat and tie dress code for you each and every sailing. So if you don't like what other people are wearing, look, just ignore it. Sail elsewhere, but stop looking down your nose with your entitled attitude, thinking you are better than somebody else who paid the same to be on that ship just because you want to wear a coat and tie and they don't. And that's going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there is having a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.